Today's video is all about showing you how I do this digital product thing and how I made $2,000 with 2 simple pages. Now, when I say simple pages, don't get it twisted. I'm literally going to show you the pages that I use to make $2,000, and I'm going to show you proof because I know how we in America can be. We are skeptical of everything. So I'm going to show you a couple of pieces of proof that I like to carry around with me because guess what? Sometimes you just want to see it. I understand. I'm the same way. I want to see proof. I don't want you just telling me, oh, you made money online. Show me the receipts, my guy. All right. So I'm going to do it. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk you through how I actually did it and how hopefully, if you follow the things that I do, that you can do the same thing. Now, can I promise you that and tell you that this is going to happen for sure for you? Nah, because, well, this is for educational purposes. People trying to make money online or off is not it is not typical, implied, guaranteed, or even promised that you will. But I can tell you this. I'm going to show you the simple way to go about something. And if you do some of those same things, the hope is that you go, wait a minute, he just left me a clue. The Monetize Your Life guy says, hey, try it this way. You do the same thing, and the perhaps becomes you can do and make $2,000. Now, $2,000, we see all the stuff online. That don't seem like a lot. You go, oh my gosh, get out of here. They show me $2 million. No, I'm not going to do that. First of all, I don't like people in my business. Secondly, there's a realistic part of this where we say to ourselves, that's not realistic for me. Why isn't it realistic for you? Because you may not be thinking about things in the same way that I do. Now, what I'm going to show you here is what I ended up doing to earn $2,000 from 2 simple pages. But first, you know what I want to show you? Because I know how y'all can be. Who is y'all? You know who. And I welcome it because I can prove it. I want to show you the check. Fair? Show you the check? All right, cool. Here it is. Here's the actual check that shows you $2,000. Beep, beep. 1099. I'm a big believer in that 1099 life. I am in the belief that using these digital products, what I teach and talk about all the time, been standing on these milk crates talking about until I'm blue in the face, is that these become the opportunities for us to do this. Now, I'm going to show you what I used to create it, this $2,000, right? You see, I'm not showing you something from 1999. You ever seen that where somebody show you something, he's like, man, that's like 10 years ago. No, I don't do that. I like to keep it current, first of all, so you can go, wait a minute, that was just 2024. That was just a year ago. Yeah. So I'm showing you this with that in mind. Hey, $2,000 made, and I'm now going to show you the pages in the description field if you're watching this on YouTube. Like and subscribe to the channel. Share it with your friends. Talk about it. If you don't believe me, you can say, this guy is full of canal water. Whatever. I'll take it. Because I want this to be as viral as possible. Yeah, I want it to go out there and people go, wait, he made $2,000 from 2 pages? Yeah. When you see what I put together and how I did it, you're going to be like, wait, if that guy can do it, I can do it. And that's exactly what I want you to do. And that's exactly why I get on here and I do these things. We got to have some music for this. Don't y'all agree? Let's see if we can get some music. Right? Yeah, let's get some music here. Let's see if we can get musiccreator.ai popping. All right, I got some patchwork grooves. I got all kinds of stuff here. Phoenix Rising. Y'all want to hear Phoenix Rising? Let's see. Yeah, Phoenix. Too loud. I know. There it is. Phoenix Rise. Hopefully they don't get me demonetized. But here it is. Okay, so now you see this. You have a chance to see the check itself. 2,000 bucks. They paid me $2,000 to do this thing. Anybody good with the check? Told you I was going to show proof. All right. Now let me show you what I did next. I'm going to walk you through it. 2 pages to rent. When you see this, I want you thinking, wait, how would I do that? If you want me to help you, I'll help you. All you gotta do is DM me. I tell you that's the best way to get in touch. Okay. People are already DMing me. Everything is good. People are saying, hey man, maybe you ought to try this, maybe you ought to do this. Thank you very much. Maybe I ought to. Why don't you do it for me? Show me the results. In other words, show me the receipt and then do it. People won't show me receipts anymore. I ain't afraid. Let's go ahead and take a look at this. Now, what I'm about to show you, I didn't even put my light on, nothing, none of that kind of stuff. You see that I get down with this stuff. My board is full because I am in this stuff every single day, working, creating, presenting. And here's one of the first pages. So this is the first page I'm going to show you, or is it this one? I think I'm going to show you this. And this is what I did. Check this out. Right? So now it's still it's still live. Every now and then, you update it. Every now and then I get in there and I change a couple things. Here is what I did. I don't know why I'm whispering. Seems like appropriate. Oh, okay. So I'm thinking about the fact that you don't need PowerPoint. Microsoft PowerPoint. You can do presentations from the PowerPoint. I did a webinar and I used this page right here. I'll show you the next page here. I used this page. Here's what I did. Right. So I'm using this page. There's a very specific reason why I use the page. Now, this was popping around because I have it live just in case I see something in here and I can fix it. So look at this. First thing I did was I was doing a presentation. I was walking people through digital marketing. You wanted to know about marketing in a very specific way. And you I was looking for, you know, how I did this stuff. I said, okay, I'll put together a presentation for you. And when I get to it, I will go with PowerPoints and all this kind of stuff. I use a page. And I'm going to show you inside the description field, I put the tool that I use. I told you my camera's going. So look at this. So first thing I did was I went through and said, hey, here's what digital marketing is. Everything you see here and so much more. Now, why did I say it's so much more? Because I want them to know that there's more coming to this. If you want that more, see what I'm doing here? I'm seeding the ground. So I says, okay, here's a logo. Now you know, so all I do, I said, what's the very first thing you want to see? You want to see some legitimacy. The logo is your blue. So I said, logo as identified. Then I said, number as a trusted. What did I put here? My number. So these are the kind of things that you want to present, how you present them. Slide deck, stop doing stuff in slide deck. Grab this proof here, and go out there and show you. I'll be your technical advisor. When you get the tool, when you go, click on it, and I'm going to pull it for it because guess what? So I go through this, I talk about the headline, I talk about image, I talk about all these different things. Some of this stuff is real old because I did this, as you noticed, it was 2000, it was just a year ago. We're just in 2026. And then I says, okay, here's what we're going to do. I literally walk through it. Here's why I want you to see. When you do something like this, you're doing a presentation on page, see what I get a chance to do? Scroll up, scroll up, scroll up, scroll up. What does that do? That keeps people interested. It keeps their eyes kind of going, hey, what's going on here? So when we can do this, we can go back and forth. That's why you want to present from a page. You do your webinars from a page, you do eyes and I use also I use flip because flip books make noise. Like, hey, hey, that's why I was able to charge somebody else. Logo is identified, right? I go through that. Calendar has an appointment setter. I probably can't show you this until we go to a different screen. Show you how I put my calendar on a page. Coming soon, coming today. In other words, I'm doing it for them today. I used to use this. This is old school right here. This is when ChatGPT first came out. He said you can begin to do this. This is kind of garbage. But in this particular case, this workshop, I told them this workshop, get ahead by learning. The words I'm using, get ahead by learning. I didn't say stuff like, oh, this is what you find out in those days. I use nice little, cool little bullet points. I'm telling you, I would do it even from AI tools. So then I go, hey, here it is. I tell them also, try to include a video on the page. It's right here, this video is playing, marketing to make money, video talk about this. Over here, if you notice, this is cool because this is where typically this is where I put the counter. I think I can show if I see a change, if I see a problem, I won't be able to change it because I already came off the thing, right? So I just want you to be able to see how this would look on a page where you can then put your calendar. You got a video. The video is designed to do the no like trust. Hey, I'm Randy out of Bridge. You're whoever you are. I do this thing, blah blah blah. You got 2 minutes of the video. And I've since but because I was doing it for organization and it was going to pay me, when I charged $2,000, getting ready to give $2,000 worth of my time, I did it for their food. So I had to some of the people said they could do this for folks. Absolutely. Do it. Cool. So now you see what's happening. Look at this. This page is beautiful, right? Because I now have the ability to put my calendar here. Guess what? Y'all notice it's updated. Yeah. So now I would literally get rid of this whole picture and then you could refresh it, use it again for another workshop. Do my webinar. Y'all see it? So I'm not only giving you what I did to get $2,000. I'm also showing you how you can that good this work early AI was here, but it was like not that known. If you notice, look at this, the same plan. Look at this, 9:14. What time is it now? Yeah, what day is it? So then I started saying, talking to the folks about different tools. You know, some different tools. In this case, it's purely Dolly. Now, here is where extra each one of these could be to the tool and to the place that you use. Then they Gemini R. So I'm going through it and saying, hey, here's what I told you. Just see how it's broken. See that? So I can go back now. Imagine if you have going back. So I says, everything you see here and so much more. I'm going to talk about digital marketing. I'm going to teach you these things. Cover as an appointment center. I hit those points. And then I go into part two, tools. Here's some tools and tactics. Now, Think about your industry and your teaching. Now, somebody doesn't know what you. That's the reason why I say let's create that digital product. Look, what I do all day long at this channel, so that we can create digital assets, so that we create digital real estate, so that that digital real estate is making money for us while we're in our role. Or while we're sleeping. Now, here comes the disclaimer. This is for educational purposes. I am not giving you financial advice. What I am doing is saying that a lot of the stuff is typical, implied, guaranteed, or even promised. People that try these things sometimes like nothing. I know somebody that said, "Will you present for our folks?" I says, "Yes, $2,000, please." And he says, "No problem." You know, where you live, from the certain area where I live, $2,000 would have been a bro. But I was talking with people, East Coast, West Coast, and but because it was digital, another digital piece of real estate, I was able to charge West Coast, East Coast 2 grand because guess what? It was nothing. So I used this one right here. I talked about keyword tool. I talked about Eureka. Then I dived into how we could use these tools to extract and be out there doing digital real estate. Here to here show update on different search volumes and all that kind of stuff, right? Now we'll probably change some of these as I update this course or as I update this presentation because there's stuff that has changed. Look at this. Creating digital real estate. This is what part 3 talked about. I went through it just like that. I think y'all getting it now though, right? You're seeing that, hey, wait, 2 pages. Then I concluded it. But now remember, it wasn't as fast as I just did it right then. I just gave you the I just gave you the overview. And then the overview, the great thing about just doing the overview, all right. So now what I ended up doing was concluding, but this ran. I was going to put down $2,000 to get money, right? What you can say, that's good money. But I just said, okay, how much time I took doing it. I don't believe it. So, okay, I'm showing you that now. Let me show you the other page because the other page is something that I did for uh, this workshop, and it was going into a different conversation, even the email or the URL. I'm show you that. This page, remember I said 2 pages? This right here, worksheet replays for. I did this live and then I used it to talk about using AI for small business to save time. So it's good. But I use this to time here was Gemini, Microsoft Copilot. Guess what? This was how long ago? Yeah, it's still the same. So then I went into the workshop and continued to talk about how much it saved you time. And went and did this presentation. This was why the other one was uh, I used other AI tools you may never have heard of. They are Flow. Actually, these are still around. Maybe a couple of them are Land AI, I just went through and I talked about each one of these. These were early. Voice notes was just kicking off. I still actually use voice notes. 11 Labs, they've been around for a minute. point is, I was able to come in here with using bots for your business, Notebook LM. A lot of people still not using it. Gamma app. A lot of people still not using it. AI. I use all of it. But the point is I was able to go through it and now people are not you thinking about it the same. I want you now to look at the industry that you're in, the job that you do, tired that you do, and then I want you to start thinking about if I were to teach this, how would I teach it? There. Next, I'm going to help you if you want, help you put together a page just like these. And from the page, then we're going to do two things. This is how we're going to work. We're going to do two things. First things first is I'm going to say, okay, let's go find all of the, see, I got here, all that kind of stuff. Find the images. And then what we're going to do is we're going to have you do the workshop. As if you were talking to me. You may just be thinking about talking to me, do the workshop. With that. Your business, your industry, you know your business better. You know some problems that you're having, you know some of the problems the industry has in your area. Talk about that. Solve those problems. Because you know how it is. We say stuff like this all the time. We say, that was me, or that was my money, or that was this, that, third. I will do this. Well, now we got a shot. We got a chance to do exactly that. This time we're going to record it. See here, I just did it. Then I say, work with me to help you turn AI into income for your business. Look at that. See now, if I'd been in the editor, I would have changed that immediately. I'm not in the editor, I'm in the share page. So, oh, your business. So anyway, then you get the QR code, and that is scannable. And I also want you to think about it like this. More than if you ran and this ad, let's say it was on how you well, this is a role for you. Or you can go to Vibe code, and that's it on TV. I did the math on them just recently, and they want you to do at least 20 days. 20 days is going to cost you about $1,500. But that's why we do stuff like this. Can I get visibility? Can I get people over to a page? Can I get them to get over to a page? When somebody hits my page, one of my pages, I would do is say, here's the good folks, and they give me their trade. This is time, the energy, and it's going to help. And then the flip, you seeing how I'm talking for that, 2 grand, 2 grand. And sometimes, again, I can't tell you that you're going to make it. And I will not. I don't like making outrageous. I do like shopping. I tell people all the time, hey, look with me. You can, see some of the work I do. I do a lot of stuff. I have a portfolio of internet always being included something that is a piece of digital real estate. I spend, sometimes I'll spend 20 hours with it. I'll spend 20 hours looking at it, right? I hear coffee. People say, no, that's a distraction. Stop that. Fine. You buy me a coffee too. Every now and then, put it right there. So you can see it. So here it is. 2 grand, grand, 2 pages. Y'all got a chance to see the pages. You also got a chance for me to tell you how I use the pages to then create this stuff. Now, if you notice in this particular scene, if you look a while ago, I got a board full of things to do. So that book, creating all kinds of stuff here. I have my coffee going. Those again, it was also meant to qualify you people with promise. I don't used to say that all the time. I am I am telling you and showing you roadmap, a roadmap on a path that I already walked. So if you've ever heard that success leaves clues, your job is to look for clues. I was commenting on this saying he's having a wonderful time with this kind of stuff. Right? His is in the stock. I was in the here's what we got. This is what I said. To people that were in there commenting, I said, this is what he did. Here's how he does it. Here's why that makes sense. He's leaving us clues. Now, I don't like the stock. I couldn't deal with the up and down of it. That's how he got great. And then he started showing other people and they stuck. And now he's, on the precipice, of being able to, maybe sell his concern if he decides to do it for a lot of money. People are on there, oh my gosh, I can't believe it. Why? Because they don't want to pick up the darn clues. I'm of the mind, Chris, thank you very much. Now, I don't do it in that way. I just break down what he does do in a different way. I go, that's a business model. What is the business model? Show up every day. If you're already going to be doing the work, you might as well document. So show up every day, great. Then put in the work. Then once you start having success, tie it out. That's one thing that I know he would do that in the city. He was in the same city. He would tithe out. So what does that do? The law of reciprocity comes back tenfold. Are you kidding me right now? So write that check when you start being successful. I do it all the time. Write the check when you start being successful. This is the check I got. And you better know that I wrote, wave, I give in a different way. I give very specific check. Sometimes I say, let me buy this for you so that that's my, you wouldn't buy it for yourself because you'd be thinking about other stuff. So we are being left clues for folks. We do not hate. If you're a monetize your lifer, you do not hate. You congratulate. You with me? If I can continually encourage you to do stuff like that, trust me when I say good things are going to happen. I'm showing you how and just walk through it. If you didn't see it, go back and look at the video. I showed you the tool I use in the description field inside of YouTube. Go to the live section, pull up all the videos that I've done. If you're on the page itself, grab some of the flip books that we created them for you. I use them sometimes in the presentation. If you get any other questions, you can DM me. I'm getting people that got hit today. We're a little bit of a critique. I'll take it. He didn't say anything negative, super bad. He just said, bro, you're giving away so many flip books. I didn't know which one to take. So I say, get them all. There's no decision fatigue there. Get them all. If that's what you want to do, get them all. And then take those flip books, read them, see what I use, break it down. Any questions on this stuff, y'all? I'm telling you, we continue to move through. The job for you is to pick the clues up and to apply the clues to your life. I'm not playing when I say that. You are a monetize your life guy, right? That's me. And if you're out there thinking that, wait, I just single person, I just do this myself. I'm telling you, God, the single person business is where it's at. I keep hearing, oh, you need teams and teams and that and this. I was talking to a guy earlier. This day, I was talking with a guy earlier, and the guy was saying that he needed a big team. I really want to scream at him. I says, okay, fine. I'm screaming. You don't need a big team nowadays. You just do imagine it's Manus.ai or Manus.ai. It's sold to Facebook. They sold for $2 billion. It's been reported. They had 100-person team. 100 person. Now, I don't know about you, but per person, that's for $2 billion. Nowadays, you can build single person business. Single person business. You can build it by yourself using some AI tools. I call them AI employee, AI employee, AIPLOYEE, not employee, AI employee. We get ourselves with AI employees, maybe a functional assistant. We don't have to, we get 1099 and we bid. Kid you not. If you got more time than you have money, that's you. I know, if you read the same book, Google says, don't be the operator. Well, Gerber didn't have it. We're going to get ourselves like this. We're going to get ourselves a slew of AI to work with us. Our AI employees are going to do work for us while we think and while we go knock on doors and while we're the face of the business. Single person business is where it's at. And we can go out and make $2,000 for doing 2 pages. Now we can have our AI agents sit stuff out on our behalf. Education purposes all. Sometimes people try to make money online using these tactics. They don't make they make nothing. Think about it like monetize your life. You like being monetize your life? Huh? Say it proud. I am a monetize your life. What are you talking about? All right, y'all. I'm gonna see you on tomorrow, yeah?